And what better way to kick off our 2-week tour of the country than starting here at the country's national Field Days event. It's about a 5-day event, and I think it attracts about 130,000 people over the course of those 5 days, and what better place to catch up with several of the pioneering manufacturers from New Zealand. So without further ado, let's get stuck in, let's get in amongst it, let's get involved, and let's see what this country has to offer. Now, many of you back in the UK may be familiar with this product, Tow & Furt. It's been in the UK for a couple of years now. It's still in its infancy, but seeing as we're here in New Zealand, I thought it'd be an opportune time to find out a little bit more about it, where it comes from, what the manufacturer intends to do with it, and some of the benefits to the end user. So, first of all, the company Tow & Farm, which produces Tow & Furt. Just tell us a little bit about the background there.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, we've developed the Tow & Furt basically to try and help farmers do what they would like to do at the time they would like to do, and apply fertiliser at a time that suits them. But the main benefit really is the ability to put on anything they want, but also put on fertiliser that's a lot more efficient for the pasture, which is a bottom line saving.
Okay, so you say any product you want, so can you give us a few examples?
Sure. Yep, so the main product that a lot of farmers will know is either urea or ammonium nitrate. We'll start there, and the Tow & Furt has the ability to dissolve it, so we can turn it into a foliar spray very quickly. Moving on from that, you can put in trace elements, so any deficiencies in the soil or the pasture we can correct very easily in the Tow & Furt if we need to put on grams per hectare rather than kilograms per hectare. And also capital application of other fertilisers, so one pass.
Okay, so how have you guys actually managed to be able to apply all these different products? I know a few other people have tried doing it through various other methods, through conventional sprays, and they've had problems. What sets your product apart?
Yeah, and that's a good question. So there's sort of two key things that makes a product stand out, that makes it possible, and that is agitation and recirculation. So the products are usually very hard to deal with that block up typical sprayers and spreaders, but the ability to agitate and also recirculate constantly has made it all possible.
Okay, so you mentioned it's foliar application, so it does need a bit of leaf for you to apply it on. So what sort of growth stage, what's the optimum growth stage to actually apply?
Yeah, with the likes of a nitrogen application, there's a lot of science around and research around the efficiency when you apply liquid nitrogen to the leaf. Science not done by ourselves, but if we're looking for a leaf at stage when there's say 1800 to 2000 kilograms of dry matter per hectare, then when we apply liquid nitrogen at that stage, we have the ability to reduce the amount substantially. Yeah.
Okay, and what sort of efficiency gains are we talking? What is the impact on the bottom line?
Sure. Yep, it all comes back to the bottom line. But the efficiency by doing it on an application as a foliar spray can reduce your nitrogen bill up to 40%. So potentially an ROI, a return on investment, within 2 or 3 years.
Wowzers. So you mentioned you can apply various products, including the conventional granular products such as nitrogen or ammonia. Is there anything you have to do with the product before you put it in, or is it just a case of fill this thing with water and drop the product in?
Yeah, it's a good question. So no, you can use the exact product you've always used, fill a machine with water and put the granulate or the prilled urea or ammonium nitrate straight in the water, and it will dissolve in 5 or 10 minutes. So
we were talking before, you say it's best being applied to pastures which have been grazed rather than actually sown precisely, especially for the uptake.
Yeah, so I suppose the experience we've had in New Zealand and Australia and the system that the dairy farmers here are operating as a grazing system predominantly, not so much the cut and carry system, which is more prevalent in the UK. So the efficiency gains that we've seen in grazed pasture is when they're applying fertiliser little and often and following the cows rather than waiting for once a month application and doing a bulk application.
Okay, and the actual product itself, the Tow & Furt product, what sort of sizes do you do?
We have 3 main tank sizes, and they all do the same thing, but they're all just different sizes based on how the customer would like to operate them. The first one is a 3-point linkage 1200 tank, the second one's a trailed 1000 litre tank, and the one behind us here is a 4000 litre for the bigger farmers or the contractors.
Okay, and the big daddy here, the 4000 litre, what sort of price in the UK would people be expecting to pay?
Price is always an interesting question. We don't make a cheap product, but we make a product that has a very quick return on investment. There's a few different options too around the self-loading crane behind yourself, which you can make this machine a one tractor, one man operation, and not need the ability for other tractors to load it. So.
Okay, Tim Henman, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much.